Hello and welcome back everybody to the GOCASE challenge. I'm Squid CS and we are almost live in the second game of the day. We can see it now. All 10 players are in the server. It's AVANGAR versus NOREG here on Inferno. And if we go into the game, you can actually see all of these players in right now. All 10 players. The knife round is going to go live very, very soon. Very, very shortly. The Norwegian side have been pretty damn strong in this one. Thank you so much for watching. Trendsom asks, is this an Inglando stream? Yeah, it certainly is. We are all down in this English business. They're going live with the knife right now as well. So going to be an interesting one here today. AVANGAR versus NOREG. Probably one of the bigger games of this group stage. Probably one of the closer ones. We're actually pretty lucky today to have 3 pretty damn close games, all the things considered. So, live in this one, another Inferno. We saw, I think, Inferno more than any other map this tournament. So far, at least. It's a very middle of the pack map. Obviously, very similar to its unedited counterpart just a couple of months ago. Well, maybe actually a year ago as well. Welcome, everybody. If you want to ask any questions, you can chuck them in the Twitch chat. We're going to be answering your questions throughout the whole of today. Glad to have you all here. NOREG going to be starting on that knife round, wanting to start on that CT side. I think they will start on that CT side, in fact. They certainly will. It's NOREG. Going to be starting there. Welcome, everybody. Eat some bleached carrots asks, is this League of Legends? It certainly isn't. Looks like NOREG will win, says Yamper. Very, very likely. They have proven themselves to be a very strong team over the last couple of weeks. AVANGAR as well have been a pretty damn good in a lot of their bouts. I would say Ramzik probably being the most influential member of that team. Of course, that Kazakhstani AWPer. We just saw AVANGAR fellow Kazakhstani side play in that previous map here. That was on Nuke just a few moments ago. They were unable to take it over the line, but perhaps AVANGAR could prove to be just too strong sometimes. They're a very hit and miss team as well. I think that you do find that occasionally with these Kazakhstani sides. Often just very good aim stars. Croman going to find that first frag though, and it's straight into the B bomb site. Marcelius up and above all the action, only going to be able to find that one frag. And Croman actually going to look to go over this smoke, and he does, and he pops right back through it. So NOREG, they've got a man up, but they've got so many players with higher health than AVANGAR, so Crizzen has to hit these headshots, and he's going to do that on the first man. Hasn't been found just yet. It's Ramzik from the back line, going to find another one, and locked into the corner. Ramzik finds them both. Down onto 27 HP, and he's able to put those frags on the board. So AVANGAR on this pistol, bringing it home. 1 minute 30 on the clock. AVANGAR just waiting for this one to tick down a little bit. Obviously not wanting to go for just a straight rush into either of these bomb sites. Often very difficult. Croman hits that tag as well. AVANGAR really don't want to be battled and beaten up before they make their way into this bomb site. Obviously, they're going to be going towards B, which is where AVANGAR are going to be facing a stack here. So even with the nades that they don't even really have, this is still going to be a difficult take. They've got the 2 smokes. This is pretty much a nightmare situation for the Kazakhstani team, but they don't know it just yet. Zevas going for that straight push through the smoke, going to evade that nade as well. I would have liked to see him not go for that spray down. But AVANGAR, nevertheless, aren't going to be deterred by this one. They need to hit the shots. And there's an opener headshot. Now they all pop out. It's the pistols doing the damage here. Lots of damage done. And there's another follow-up. Only Croman left, and he's unable to hit that tag. So they know where he is, and he's going to try and stop this bomb from going down. Nice shot! Tries to back off, and Krisen does chase him away. 2-0 here. And NOREG with that stack doing a lot of damage. Molotov over. Lots of banana control taken from AVANGAR. NOREG aren't really challenging this. Sometimes you'd really expect them to go for control towards this side of the map. But Bramsik instead just going to nail them all. Look at that quad kill. That was beautiful with the AK-47. Making sure that they do not get their hands on that AK. And that's 3-0 here. Keeping hold of that MAC-10, it's quicker to maybe take that nade first. I would say that you probably want to stay away from this portion of the map in the first 10-20 seconds of the round if you're on the T side. Obviously those nades, the nade stacks can be really, really brutal towards the bottom of mid. I really think that second mid's a lot safer. Much safer route to get to the A site. You're not worrying about the AWPs that NOREG do have. It's Marcelius holding that one. The smoke does pile through, and see Deemsik probably going to be the first man in here, trying to take a trade straight through those clouds, but nobody peeking it, and he's going to have to fall back. AVANGAR making their way slowly inwards. That chicken being a nuisance for Croman here. Look at it, flapping away. It's such a trolly chicken. Let's hope that doesn't really affect anything. Fast kill from Akez, and they are going to put one man through here. It's going to be Krisen, but he could get saved by the chicken. Croman eliminated with a headshot. Chicken's actually gone. Zevas is going to only find one. AVANGAR trading really well into this site, but finally a man down. Quicket's able to find him, and now they're going to be able to get the bomb down with this AWP. Tries to go for the flick, Bramsik. That was so close. Just Quicket left, and he is in a 1 versus 2. Has that smoke down, and he's going to play up close and personal to it. Looks like NOREG want to play all together as he sneaks his way into Graveyard, slithers his way over towards this side of the map, and he is not going to get spotted out. Nobody coming from this angle. He can hear footsteps on this site as well, so they haven't found him just yet. And Now they don't know where he is. Marcelius last alive with the AWP. Needs to take this corner. Needs to find a no-scope, but he whiffs it. And Quicket's able to hit the headshot. 4-0 there. Great 1 versus 2. Awesome triple kill. And that is a clean sheet still for the Kazakhstan side. NOREG yet to score, yet to frag, and they're going to get out the pistols in this next one. Nice headshot from AVANGAR. That's great with the Deagle. Obviously a 3 versus 5 here, and AVANGAR wanting to make the most of the rifles in this situation. Just going to be holding that man out, and I love that from AVANGAR. Not deciding to go for the peek in, instead Zevis goes for the wide swing, and is able to find a headshot with that AK-47. AVANGAR with another one, and it's just Buster left. He's locked in the corner, and a clean round for NOREG, despite having 0 real investment in this one. AWP and 4 lots of AK-47 for this NOREG side. They're looking good in this one, and that was actually a suicide there. I didn't see what happened, but 4 players left for NOREG. And they have good map control here. AVANGAR taking this one very, very slowly here on Inferno. You often want to be going for these slower rounds because you need to be baiting out the nades. You can't be walking into fully bought up CTs, especially when they have those kind of flashes. So troubling, especially towards the B side of things. When you make your way into that kind of still thin choke point, you can often be flashed all the way out of that bomb site. 55 seconds left, and Croman playing back here. And that's a fast headshot straight onto Crizzen. They need to now find a couple of openings. And there's one from Ramzik. Hasn't got the AWP this time, but they are still going to lock AVANGAR into this pit, who's trying to fight his way out on both counts. Does a little bit of damage. Fires back onto Dima, but he still needs to be taken care of. They've not got a Molotov at this angle as well, so he is going to be able to stay alive for a large amount of time. With that bomb rotating in, AVANGAR, it can be the insurance policy here. There's a headshot and the follow-up. AVANGAR just staying alive there in pit for way too long. AVANGAR need to be able to take control of him earlier. That's why you want to be throwing somebody into apartments, dive them straight out, maybe use a smoke on it as well. Put a lot of pressure on him towards this pit area. You need Molotovs for that angle as well. However, AVANGAR, they're not going to have any of them in this round. P250s on all accounts. And Croman's going to get hit first. And he's going to find the kill in return just before, but 4 versus 4, and it's NOREG's job to not lose any more of these rifles. Zevis is already down to 25 HP. They've got the AWP. They've got so much investment into this one. And AVANGAR just with $250 each. You can't be letting them get ahead in these scenarios. You want to be building your bank and keeping this one rolling. Remember how T-sided we've seen this map be over the last couple of weeks. I feel like AVANGAR probably looking for a strong T side, strong CT side as well. We've seen them a couple of times be able to do good work. Akez gets dropped by Ramzik's AWP, and now they're going to push through this Molotov straight inwards. That's another one gone. It's just Ramzik left, and they know that he's got the AK-47. They cannot let him do any more damage. Marsalius is going to ensure that. Close up this scoreline. It's now 4-3. Quad AK-47. Demasic's actually on 0 kills so far. Buster's not much better, only on the single frag. Not looking the best, but there's Buster with that Molotov frag. Chrism with a straight-in headshot. NOREG losing players thick and fast, and after losing a couple of players in that previous round, they need to be sure that they don't lose too many players in this scenario. They need to take this round and take it fairly clean, otherwise it's going to be a full reinvestment and they're going to have no money going into the 10th, permitting that they lose 2 in a row. And Dima trying to ensure that, hits another headshot. Just Har and Zevas left. Split onto opposite bomb sites, opposite ends of the planet. Team are actually chased away by those bullets. Ooh, oh, that was so quick. Making his way forth, and it's all headshots for him. Nice double. He's actually able to back off. The rotate's coming through. Zevas is behind them, and he gets absolutely annihilated. The AWP reigns in as well. NOREG. Oh, that was painful. Losing it in the last couple of seconds. Giving a 5th round for the Kazakhstani side, but it looked like that could have certainly happened. 5-3. Ramzik back with the AWP. NOREG have an AWP of their own. That's on Marsalius. You've got a lot of Molotovs for this situation, so obviously Molotovs very, very crucial on Inferno. You want to be closing off those choke points and at least conserving one for the last kind of like 20 seconds of the round. Croman getting straight peeked in there. AVANGAR are certainly not going to fall for any of these aggressive plays, especially if they hear the footsteps initially. They're going to play every angle to perfection. You see that they're probably going to go for the double peek here. See Demasec checking the side angle, and Zevas gets the top of his skull blown clean off. A one-tap there. Chrism, nice opening headshot as well. AVANGAR seems so on point here today. And NOREG, they can't even go for this one. They're going to be stuck down. AVANGAR, this is a very quick T-side, especially for Inferno that you wouldn't often see a T-side play this fast. But here today, they've been very quick. Buster with another. And Marsalius just waiting with the AWP. He's locked into the back of B bomb site and he's going to give his position away here. Didn't even take that shot, but he did get spotted out. So everybody's closing in on his angle. And that's a 6th for AVANGAR. They have found so many rounds right off the bat. Now the dilemma. Does NOREG go for this next round? It's going to be a no. Croman's going to be able to drop off the AWP to Ramzik in the next. He's got 4,300 with the loss bonus of 2,400. He's going to have $6,700, and everybody else going to be on that 4,500 marker, up to 5,000. So they're going to be able to get out the M4s, the body armor, but they're going to be a bit stuck for utility because, remember, it's quite expensive to buy on that CT side. 3,850. It's actually 3,750 for body armor and an M4. They collapse inwards as well, so Buster finds both those frags, and they do get taken out by that single pistol from behind. Croman just trying to cause a little bit of confusion in the ranks. He's stuck in apartments, though. Likely not going to be able to get out onto this bomb site. See two people watching towards this angle. And the Tacticat CC that I haven't actually seen too much of. Didn't realise that that was a CZ75. Croman just trying to bait his way in, no kits, so obviously not going to happen. Maybe if he had dived onto the bomb site a little bit earlier, he would have been able to force one of those AVANGAR members to go up with the bomb, but that doesn't happen, and it's 7-3. I'm kind of stunned by how fast AVANGAR have decided to throw these pushes in. Normally on Inferno, you'd see a lot of pushes come through in the last 10 to 30 seconds in these rounds. But AVANGAR have been really pushing in the first 30, 40 seconds when NOREG still have quite a bit of utility, showing that this Kazakhstan team feeling very confident that they're just going to rush in and find those headshots. Up on Marcelius still. NOREG going to be able to get this buy back out. It's a pretty decent buy as well. We said that they'd have 5,000 each, and Croman was going to be able to drop that off. That's exactly what happened. So you see Croman just on the 2 flashes left. They're a little light on the smokes. They've only got 2 left on Har and Akez. Only the 1 Molotov though. This is going to be a real problem. AVANGAR, that was a weird choice to make. Krizen gets smoked off here, so he's not going to be able to make his way in here. Good flash from Zevis is able to count out quicker. He gets taken out. But with 30 seconds left, 50 seconds left, Krizen's going to make his way straight down. He needs some headshots, not going to be able to find it. Final 2 members should be dispatched of. There's only Dima left, so he's got the AWP. 40 seconds, so wants to do a little bit of damage. But the Norwegians aren't going to let him have it. He has to back off. He could actually save this AWP. Total round 27 is usually a pretty good bet to make on Inferno. You usually see slightly longer games with ability for both teams to take rounds on both sides, especially in a closer match like this. You really see the longer games when the underdog loses that knife round on a closely contested map, on a map like Nuke, where you're likely gonna see 11, 12 CT rounds. If the underdog loses that knife, they normally lose like 16-5 or less, statistically. It's AKs on 4 counts for AVANGAR. That trade actually coming through quite strong. Quicker, down to only 60 HP, so he is still in this gunfight. Should be able to make a bit of a stir, and they're going to push straight through the smoke. So Croman gets caught off guard, right between the eyes from Krizen, who has been a phenomenal entry frag so far. And NOREG, they don't have a lot of map control. They are going back for this rotation. Akez gets caught all out in the open, and it's only Zevis left on this bomb site. Finds one, but you see he's being wrapped around in on... He's being swarmed here. Marcelius needs to play the AWPing, picking game from afar, but I'm not sure that's going to happen. He has been locked inbound here. Nice headshot there, and it's from behind that Zevis gets eliminated. Dimasic with another, and just Marcelius left. He is going for this backtrack. 1 versus 3. No way that he wants to give away this Dragon Law. Lots of money spent. You don't seem to know how to bet. As you said, NOREG should take this. I think that NOREG have had some pretty good results as of late. They've had a pretty good CT side, and AVANGAR are very hit and miss. So I would say that that wouldn't have been... I don't know the odds, but I would say if the odds are fairly good for NOREG, if you're playing on... if you're getting a 1.2 multiplier or a 2.2 multiplier or something like that, if you're doubling your money and a little bit more on NOREG, I don't think it's a bad bet. I think that AVANGAR are very hit and miss. Sometimes they just don't show up. Sometimes their aim stars don't really play as well as they should. You've seen that from a player like Ramzik as of late, who I think he found like 30 plus frags in his first series and then couldn't really put it together against a couple of these teams, against oh, I don't actually have it in my notes. But Game Agents, for example, he didn't really show up against Game Agents. And the last match that they played as well. Marcelius gets his head blown clean off, as this is going to be a solid B take. Obviously, Inferno, not the best map for NOREG to be picking against this AVANGAR side, who do favour these more open maps when they're firing on all cylinders, but Zevis with the nice two-piece is going to be able to chip back in. Team 6 just trying to line up the bullets. Does a little bit of damage, but Zevis is back here still, trying to do a little bit of damage through that panel. And Ramzik gets caught from behind, so it's only Team 6 left. Stuck at the back of this bomb site, getting naded to pieces as well. There's the Molotov inbound, and there's another Molotov. Gonna get the double spray down here. Needs a headshot, and Croman's able to land the one bullet required. So there's the kit. Gets back here. That bomb is ticking down. He needs to get on it fast. Gonna be the defuse. Just about has it with just over a second to spare. NOREG, that's a fifth round on the board here. .2 times with a decent bet. This is a 50-50. I don't know if this is a 50-50. I think that I wouldn't say that this is a 50-50. I would say that this is more of a like a 70-30. Right out of the gates, it's like a 75-25. No, I would say. I'd say it's like a 65-35 right out of the gates, but right now, AVANGAR obviously firing on all cylinders. Remember that Inferno's proved itself to be quite T-sided as of late, so the more rounds NOREG can put on the board, the more contentious they can make this. And I'm still believing in this Norwegian team to put something together on their T-side. We've seen some pretty good CT-sided performances from them over the last couple of weeks, but right now it's all AVANGAR. They're finding all the frags, and once again, a pretty solid execute, this time onto the A-bomb site. AVANGAR haven't really been favouring either bomb site this game. It's been left, right, and centre, absolute annihilation, but that's sometimes what you see on the T side of this map. Marcelius looking to avoid these flashbangs, and there's a nice flick. He needs to survive against 4 players. He's got a player from behind, so Team is able to eliminate that AWP, re-pick it up, as AVANGAR going to be able to drop that over to Ramzik. Team are picking up an AK-47 in retort, and this is maybe going to be the 10-5 scoreline for AVANGAR. And then you have to say that it's a little bit too much. If NOREG had been able to take 7 rounds or 8 rounds on this CT side, then this could have worked out, but being 5 rounds behind, it's a very sorry showing. Akez puts 2 kills on the board, just Croman left, he's locked into this corner. Nice smoke as well to be able to take the 1 versus 2. And he's just leveling this back to 1 versus 1, so needs a play with the AWP. That bomb's going to be able to be salvaged. Croman, straight through that smoke, finds that one. Oh, he's straight through, he makes it. What a triple kill. What a play from Croman. That is absolutely unbelievable. Puts the 6th round on the board, and that is a 1v3 out of this planet Earth. That's crazy. 9-6 at the end of this half. Look at this. This is absolutely outrageous. He spots the man through the smoke. This is what it looks like without X-ray on. And that is what a beautiful play looks like. absolutely gorgeous. I was not expecting that whatsoever. Those final 2 kills, just completely crazy. And he finds himself on 15 frags at the end of the half. I was ready to get my bottle of water out and call it half-time and throw to a break, but he really made that complicated. And now NOREG find themselves in a better position. Chat going absolutely bonkers. And with good reason too. That is one of the plays of the tournament right there. A phenomenal 1 versus 3. And NOREG coming alive off the back of it. Zevis nailing that first shot. AVANGAR, they have to be wary. This game is not in the bag just yet. Crisant trying to do his best to chip in, and that's a triple kill. Beautiful, finding those 3 frags, and Zevis caught all the way out of the action. Crisant going bonkers there on the A-bomb site, finding 1 tap after 1 tap. Let's see that again. That was wonderful stuff there with the USP. Maybe we'll show you that one in a couple of moments. 6-10 here, and it's a triple CZ75, Deagle, and a P250 for NOREG. That's all they've got to work with. They've got Kevlar on these ones. They don't want to be letting AVANGAR take many more rounds, but Buster, insta-kill right there. A disgusting headshot. And NOREG really got to be kicking themselves. This could have been 9-9 off the back of those openings. And now they've got to do it all with the pistols, diving straight down into pit. And AVANGAR actually surprises himself with that one, finding the follow-up. Ramzik with a long-range spray down with the MP9. Has support and reinforcement as NOREG to rotate that man and the bomb into the A-bomb site. So Zevis here has another 1 versus 3. And there's the smoke down. A couple of these players are fairly low. You see Ramzik's on 24 HP. Zevis needs to take a risk in this one. You see in the previous round, he dived straight through that smoke. That was the perfect risk. But AVANGAR playing this intelligently altogether. And he's not even going to be able to eliminate Ramzik. Straight gunfight and gunfire. And that is an 11th round for AVANGAR, who right now are rocking and rolling here on Inferno. We've got our mod in the chat. He is doing good work. Thank you very much, Phil. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Phil. He is doing a great job today. Let's give him a thumbs up. Thumbs up to Phil in the chat. That's what I want. It'll make me very happy. 6-11. Remember, if you want to ask any questions as well, you can get it in. You can ask your questions. Let's have this as a nice friendly chat, boys and girls. Buster, oh, gets absolutely eviscerated right off the entry, but Ramzik's up behind with the MP9, and I think he's probably just, oh no, he's going to go straight through this, and Zevis is going to catch him off as well. So 2 opening frags. Akez salvaging the M4A4. He's going to be able to have that 2-tap potential. Remember, against head armor, only does 91 with that M4. And, oh, but against non-head armor, it does that. It tears through. And Crisant's able to find a fast headshot and back straight out. There's a great crossfire. You see NOREG, they tried to find one more opening, and it couldn't happen. Now it's down to Quicker on this B-bomb site. He's got the UMP. He's going to dart out just in time. There's the bomb drop. Deem is here for support, and they're going to get mowed down, crunched inwards. 6-12. Here as AVANGAR looking good, looking hot. this has been a very fast-paced Inferno as well. We usually see a very slow style, and we don't usually see this fast map control. It's usually a slog to get any of it, but there's a nice headshot, and it's down to Quicker, who only able to find the single, as AVANGAR probably forced to save in this scenario. They haven't been too convincing in a lot of these rounds. You can see what that means for their economy. They have barely any money to work with. Crizzen, the most rich player, on 3,700. Then it's Buster, and they're going to be stuck without any loss bonus after this one. So it will be a dilemma as to what they go for. If they can save these rifles, they will probably force up an investment around this, especially having that AWP. It's a great weapon to have onto the back of Ramzik. Then you can buy up another rifle and then go for the pistols on the other two players and just play them and bait them in. It's a good tactic to go with. See NOREG already going for this push. They're clearing out T-spawn and they're clearing out this area of the map, but they're so far away, and as that bomb explodes, NOREG deciding just to keep their money on the high. You can see that that's going to do wonders for their economy. They're not going to have to go for many reinvestments. Of course, the cost of going and trying to eliminate the rifles, eliminate these follow-up players is, if you don't manage to do it, you lose your own weapons and you have to go for the reinvestment. And NOREG can't afford that right now. They want buy after buy to keep putting consistent pressure on the AVANGAR economy, which is now starting to look weakened. Ooh, Crizzen doing his best dance moves up in apps, giving us the starfish and jellyfish, whatever it's called, the worm maybe. Oh, gets caught off as well. Great reply from Croman. He hears that sound cue and he goes straight in from it. And it's Ramzik. Oh, he did spot out that second man as well. So he's in pit and now he needs to fight his way out. There's another one. Quicker chips through. And Ramzik's got to go huge. He's being battled away by these nades. Very wary of a Molotov as well. Zevas needs to get this Molotov into pit right now, but he's going for the rotate elsewhere. Back into apps. He didn't decide to throw that preliminary nade to go for this push. And instead, Ramzik here in pit is able to change up his angle, and now they're likely going to go for the B split. Marcelius playing behind. Buster's got to be very wary about this one. He's going to have no information that this man is going for the flank as well. So Zevas going to be waiting for the flank to come to fruition. He's going to be waiting for this bomb site to be cleared by Marcelius. Now you can see that Buster is starting to get suspicious. No noise elsewhere, and he knows that there can be somebody behind. And Marcelius does land the shot anyway. Going to push through that Molotov. It's intelligent to not be waiting around in this scenario. And now AVANGAR, they do have a lot of map control. They've got the fast flanking down, but that Molotov is going to hold them out for a couple of moments. Quicker finds the reply anyway, and now it's down to Marcelius. 1 versus 2. Really needs this round, otherwise NOREG are going to be in a hole. There's a nice fast frag, a good flick, and he's not going to toss that smoke down. He's instead going to use the flashbang as a reply, and he's straight back in. Nice flick on the second man as well. Big triple kill from Marcelius, doing all the damage on the B bomb site. And now the pressure, it's all on AVANGAR as they're forced to eco. Great Marcelius clutch there. NOREG obviously should be 1 away from double digits after this if they don't fall foul to the pistols. Of course, these pistols are very dangerous. They can be lethal if you get too close. They're going to be sending Hara in first with this Mac 10. He's going to be able to sniff out this defense. And they are finding kills left and right. There's Croman chipping in as well. Obviously, as many kills as possible on this Mac 10 is beneficial. You want that extra kill bonus. It gives you 600 instead of 300 on its rifle counterpart. they're just going for the tags through the smoke as well. So Ha going for the hunt. Just wants that extra kill bonus. It's not even really about getting rid of the pistols. AVANGAR haven't really got too much business in saving this one. That's why they don't send any other rifles in, because you want to be limiting the chance of AVANGAR grabbing one of these automatic weapons. Obviously, a MAC-10 picked up, but they can't realistically be expecting to use that and find frags in the next round. I'd like to see Buster just drop it in buy time, to be honest. If they are going for this buy, that is. From 4,000 to 4,500. So it will be a buy, but it'll be a weak one if they go for it. So I wouldn't actually be too hard on AVANGAR if they just went for pistol armor in this one. Which is actually what they're going to do. So I commend that. I agree with that decision. I want them to have the AWP on Ramzik. I want them to have rifles all round. And I want them to have full utility. There's no problem with giving up one extra round, giving double digits for the NOREG. They are going to get a little close here for comfort. And on the T side of Inferno, I think you need everything. I think you need as much as possible to get your hands on. So AKs and the AWP. Marselius on that one. And AVANGAR, obviously, around here would be a miraculous feat. With NOREG going towards this weakened B site, I think that the Norwegians have sniffed out a good gap in this defense. They know that there's only one man over towards here. They've got to be wary of the flower pot boost, but this time, it's not being used, and Buster's actually very close to the smoke. Only grabs the one. You kind of need 3 in that situation to really cause any much for spoiler. And Dima being held out of Graveyard by that Molotov absolutely did its job. And AVANGAR's job here is just to maybe keep the Kevlar alive. They're not going to be too hot on money, despite going for a double eco. Or an eco in Quasi. Getting their hands on an AK-47 would be marvellous here. Prison going to do just that. So AK-47, and he's back straight out. That smoke towards Banana means that Marselius, I was expecting him to take a peek down. I think AVANGAR might go for the safe here, and oh, Dima does actually get caught out there. Intelligent for Zevas to watch that angle, and that does keep at least a rifle or 2 alive. They're going to have, what's that, 2,900 loss bonus? Exactly. How good am I? 2 rounds behind here for the Norwegian side. And they are gaining quite a bank here. You can see Marselius. He can buy AWPs for the next 2 rounds. Croman and Akez right at the top of the money tree as well. They're going to have a large tax bill come their way. Double AWP set up for AVANGAR. This is exactly what they've saved for. So they're going to be in a pretty deep ditch if they can't find this round. They're desperately wanting to close this out here and have a convincing CT side out of somewhere. They were 9-6 up at the half. They have found 3 for NOREG's 4 so far. And this is certainly setting up to be a much closer game than maybe Chat had anticipated. Or upon Marselius as well. He's been tagged down to 50 so far. So he's certainly going to have to be worried about this one. You can see Buster just watching this corner. He's going to have probably a smoke covering him off before anybody goes for the peek. He'll likely be flashed off this angle as well. So there's the counter smoke, and he is not straight through, instead just playing inside this smoke. He can hear Ha, and he is going right behind him. Nice fast frag from him, and he's back through the smoke for more. This AWP doing a lot of damage here, too much damage in fact, as NOREG finally take control, and finally take control of him, finally take him down. This is NOREG on the bomb site, and AVANGAR closing inwards. These smokes are good to waste a little bit of time. There will be a follow-up smoke as well from Croman to lock Demasik out. They can't really go for this. Instead, they'll be going for the boost instead. Ramzik down below, just doing a little bit of damage, making a little bit of noise, but AVANGAR really don't have too much time left. And now they have to be worried about this smoke. It's been placed for far too long. Croman does rack up one. This all being chased away. And AVANGAR, no time left. Going to be receding back to CT spawn. Another round for the Norwegians. And AVANGAR still stuck on 12. Got 2,500 people in the chat. Thanks very much for joining us, everybody, for this second best of one of the day. We've got Singularity for Enjoy coming up next. So if you're here for that one, that will be coming up in about 20 minutes, I think. Scheduled for like 15, 20 minutes time. So make sure you place your bets on that one as well. NOREG making their way up here. Crizzen playing very close. They're smoking. He's got an nade out. They're not checking it. They're not finding him. And he's able to find two with the Famus. He's actually doing even more damage. Able to get the CZ75 out as well. NOREG making a huge mistake there. How the hell did they not find him? They were all just clambering through that smoke. Obviously, they can see a lot less than we can. And now, Zevis, last alive, looking to chip in, but he gets absolutely shattered. A beautiful round from AVANGAR, and that's going to give them at least some money, at least a good buy-up. That's exactly what they dreamed of when they went for that double eco. Just look at how messy this is. Throws that nade, it hits him right in the face. Smack, bang, walla. He even found the third after that. $13-11. We've seen some messy Counter-Strike. You often see these sort of plays come through when the pressure is turned way up. You can't stand the heat. You have got to get out the kitchen. Going for this boost up and over. Looking to take control of Pit. And Ramsey going to miss that shot, but they know exactly where Croman's playing from. He's right above them here. And he gets destroyed. Just AVANGAR and Marcelius left. Marcelius hasn't got his favored AWP, instead trying to make this work with just an AK-47. AVANGAR gets eliminated. Just Marcelius left. And from behind, it's another clean round for AVANGAR. And a pause coming through. This is a tactical for NOREG. They've got no money left. Maybe they should have went for it a couple of moments ago. They are really struggling. NOREG probably going to be stuck on an eco here. It's me, Captain Obvious, says, oh, it's the squid. Hey, Captain Obvious, thanks for joining us today. We're coming towards the end of this second best of one of the day. Second out of 3. And NOREG going for a big force buy. in this 26th round. AVANGAR going for banana control, throwing those initial Molotovs towards Bomb and Banana. They're going to go for this nade stack as well. That nade's going to do a lot of damage. Quicker, going for the fast peek outwards. Going to be eliminated by AVANGAR, but they're making their way inbound, and it's Zevis to find another one, but Parich actually just falls back and finds a triple kill there. Just Croman left, and he is stuck in a 1 versus 3. Caught me completely off guard. And Croman only going to find that one. It's Ramzik to finish it off. 15-11 here, and NOREG pretty much have no money left in this potentially final round. Going to go for this force buy, of course. Just taking banana again. It's Zevis up first. He's down to 50 HP though. You can see that he's been naded to pieces already. This is a problem, as Ramzik able to find that initial shot with the AWP. There's Dima chipping in as well. He's got that AK-47, and they are actually falling to pieces here. Don't think that they're going to be able to put this final round on the board. It's going to be AVANGAR instead. Just Zevis in a 1 versus 5. No chance in hell. NOREG shut down at one of the last hurdles. Looked like they had a real chance, a real opportunity in this one. And instead, 45 seconds left on the clock, caught completely out of the action. He was the first player to even take damage this round. And with 40 seconds left, Quicker has the angle on lockdown. 16-11 here, and that is I think that's AVANGAR through to the main stage, right? They are 3-1 here, and they're going to be through to the playoffs. NOREG still one more opportunity, of course. They're going to be playing again, I think, on Monday here at the GOCASE Challenge, but very interesting stuff on Inferno. Either way, we've got one more best of one coming up live for you. That's going to be in about 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes. It's between Singularity and Enjoy. See us right back here. Go grab yourself a cup of tea or coffee. We'll see you back here in about 5 minutes for the final best of one of the day. See you soon.